Please tell us about Ton 618 ultramassive black hole. How could it grow so large? I read somewhere that it shouldn't be this large as the universe simply did not have enough time to let a black hole grow this big. What could be its origin and how did we discover it as it lies so far away from us? So that's a great question. So this ultramassive black hole, Ton 618, it lies between 10 and 11 billion light years away from Earth. And it is the most massive object ever observed in the universe. It has approximately 65 billion solar masses. That's the mass it has. In comparison, the Milky Way, if you add up the mass of all the stars in the Milky Way, it is a total of about 64 billion solar masses. So this Ton 618 ultramassive black hole is 100 times more massive than our entire galaxy. That's how enormous it is. And we know that it's so far away from us, about between 10 and 11 uh, billion light years away from us. So the question you ask is, how did it grow this large? Yeah, so for a black hole to grow, there are two processes. Um, Either it accretes mass. For example, if you have a supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy, it accretes mass from its surrounding areas, and that's how it grows, by absorbing stars, by eating up stars and gas and dust and whatnot, right? That's how it grows. And a black hole that is isolated somewhere, which is not surrounded by mass, if it is large enough, if it is cold enough, that it can grow slowly by absorbing the cosmic microwave background radiation. But that's a very slow process. And like you say, it's not really possible for a black hole to grow this large within the time span of the universe. Our universe is about 13.7, 13.8 billion years old. So, how did this black hole grow this large? That's the mystery. So, one of the possibilities is that perhaps it is the resultant of a merger of multiple ancient black holes, multiple ancient supermassive black holes. So, for example, in the future, about a few billion years in the future, our galaxy is going to merge with our neighboring galaxy, the Andromeda galaxy. And when that happens, eventually the two supermassive black holes at the center of these two galaxies will eventually merge and they'll become a larger supermassive black hole. So it's possible that that is the kind of process that gave rise to the birth to the massive Ton 618 black hole. Maybe a number of supermassive black holes merged in this manner. Maybe it was a region which was a very dense region with lots of galaxies, and this may have been the result of multiple galactic mergers and some sort of cosmic event of that nature or that magnitude. So that is the only possibility that I can think of that would enable a black hole to grow this large. I mean, we have supermassive black holes, but this guy is in a different category altogether. It's an ultramassive black hole. It is like 66 billion solar masses, 100 times more massive than the entire Milky Way galaxy itself. So I think the only thing we can think of is maybe it's the resultant of multiple galactic mergers and multiple mergers of supermassive black holes. So that could be the mechanism by which it was formed. And how did we discover it? Because I'm not sure what was the mechanism of discovery. We would need to have some very powerful telescope. Was it the Hubble telescope? Was it something else? I am not really sure, but uh, one needs to have a very, very powerful telescope that can peer far back into the origins of our universe. So I think this black hole must be below 20 magnitude. So I think the dimmest stars that we can observe with the naked eye must be around magnitude 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. So this thing must be below 20 magnitude, which means it's incredibly dim. So you need a very powerful telescope to be able to detect this. So most likely it was one of the massive mega telescopes that was able to detect this particular object.